Hey there guys, Ormcast's back with another video. So yeah, back with another weekly video. So yeah, so we've got a few different topics to talk about today. So yeah, we've got some news to do with like the DCU, the Batverse, like Creature Commandos. We've got some news about Green Lantern, like potential casting news, and some news about Mandalorian and Grogu movie as well. So yeah, I just got a few little topics that we're going to talk about today. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and if you want to see more videos like this in the future, obviously leave a comment down below, and obviously subscribe and like and all that. So yeah, let's get into it. So yes, let's start with Creature Commandos. So we got some new screenshots recently of Creature Commandos, just showing off all the different like characters basically in the show. So as you can see, we're getting all these different characters like Rick Flag Senior. We're getting like GI Robot, Frankenstein, Weasel, the Bride of Frankenstein, and many more as well, which is pretty cool. And we actually got like a sick poster for the show as well. So I believe it's coming out in December 5th, I want to say. So yes, Creature Commando's got a few different screenshots. I won't lie, I seen the trailer that come out at like Comic Con and all that, and seeing these screenshots of the show, it is something I am looking forward to. It's just very interesting that this is like the first project we're getting in the like James Gunn's DCU, basically, which is quite interesting. But obviously we know that like this is like Superman is obviously going to be like the big start of the DCU, but obviously that's coming out next year during like the summer. So yeah, James Gunn did actually comment about it on his social media recently, actually going on about what we get in Creature Commandos basically is just an appetizer of what we're gonna get from the DCU, which is pretty cool. I won't lie. It is something that I'm really excited to see. Especially, I don't really know much about these characters. Besides, obviously, you got characters like Amanda Waller that's in it. We even get Steve Economos is back as well in this, which is pretty cool because we've always seen him in live action, like in Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad and that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We know those characters, and obviously we've seen Weasel as well from Suicide Squad. We know Rick Flag, but this is the first time we're going to see like Rick Flag Senior, his father. And I know that he is going to be in season 2 of Peacemaker as well, which is currently filming. And he's also been seen on the sets of Superman that's coming out next year, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's the Creature Commandos, like pretty much the news for that. Obviously we know that we're getting a Wonder Woman villain in it as well, like Cersei is going to be a part of the show. So yes, that's Creature Commandos. I can't wait for December to come around. It's not that far away now, so we will wait and see what happens with that. So yes, now continue on with our next topic. So we're going to go over to the Star Wars side of the universe now. Yeah. So yes, this is mainly about the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So some reports have come out, and I believe the actress herself has come out and stated it as well, that Sigourney Weaver is going to be part of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which is like, yes, why not? That is just great. Like, I'm excited about it because like Sigourney Weaver, she's basically like the queen of sci-fi, like being in Alien, Avatar, Ghostbusters. Like, she's basically the queen of sci-fi, pretty much. And now she's joining Star Wars, which is just like great. I'm excited for this. I know at the D23 event there was like a leaked trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu that got leaked online, and we know like some details about it. Like, this is obviously taking place after season 3. We know that Zeb from Rebels will have a sort of involvement in the film somehow. Not sure what's going to happen with that, but we did obviously see him cameo in the 3rd season, which was like a complete surprise. That was like the first like Rebels character that showed up in live action even before Ahsoka come out, which was crazy. That we got Zeb first, because I thought that would be the last character we would probably get in live action out of any of the Rebels crew, but it was cool seeing him, and we're going to see him again obviously when this comes out in I want to say, is it 2025 or 2026 is coming out? I mean, some of these Star Wars films, there's been so many announced like that haven't happened, or like, so I'm just like, I'll believe it once it's out, is my mindset with Star Wars and the movies. But yeah, Sigourney Weaver joining. There is like a theory online I have seen where she could play like an Imperial officer or something, from like certain books or comics that people have said online. I was like, yeah, she could be, but we're not sure what type of character she's going to be playing yet, so we'll just have to wait and see when the trailer or something comes out, I guess. Alright. So yeah, that's the Star Wars. We talked about Star Wars. So now moving on to the next topic. We're now going to be talking some Batverse news. Right, so yeah. The Batman Part 2, or the Batman 2, whatever it's going to be called. Obviously, we know that's going to start shooting next year. Matt Reeves just recently given an update, like, obviously because the Penguin is coming out soon, it's not that far, just round the corner basically. Gave us an update that the script is basically nearly done. And he was just going on about like this new trilogy that he's doing for the Batman films. And it was quite interesting what he was talking about with this trilogy, because it, in like the way he put it, it kind of seemed like he might only just be doing a trilogy, and then like obviously like a couple like spin-offs like the Penguin like TV show or something, but it kind of seems like it might be like there might be another trilogy after the first trilogy, the way he put it, but it's kind of like 50-50 the way he kind of like said it, to be honest. But just take it with a grain of salt basically. But obviously Penguin's out soon, we know that, and Batman's shooting next year. So he was just going on about like this main trilogy that he's working on is going to like stay very grounded basically, and mainly like the next film is going to be like another like sort of like, I don't know, like murder mystery, like dealing with the corruption in Gotham and all that, still kind of like the first film. Obviously it'll be like different characters obviously, because we still not quite sure who the villain is for the second film, because obviously first one was mainly Riddler, and then we had Catwoman, Falcone, and like Penguin as like sort of like the side sort of villains. But yeah, but Matt Reeves, he was going on about like how like for this trilogy they're not gonna go like full like fantastical like villains or whatever. So like, I don't know. Like one example was that he said they won't include like supernatural villains like Gentleman Ghost, who we just recently saw in the Batman the Caped Crusader actually, which Matt Reeves did actually produce with like J.J. Abrams and that, which is quite interesting. But obviously because that's animation, that's its own thing over at Prime. But yeah, don't expect villains like that. Basically, Matt Reeves and that were basically saying. But yeah, the actual quote he said was like, we would never go like into full fantastical. It's meant to feel quite grounded. It doesn't mean that they won't see characters that people love. That's exactly what we want to do with Gentleman Ghost. It's probably pushed a bit too far for us to be able to find a way to do, but there is a fun way to think about how we would take characters that might push over into a bit of a fantastical and find a way to make sense of it. That's the actual quote that he's basically given us. But yeah, I wouldn't expect like many, like for these, like the next film or like the third film, I probably wouldn't expect like characters like that. Like it's just going to be more grounded sort of villains, I would say, or characters. So obviously I reckon we'll probably get like characters more like Hush, Two-Face, hopefully the Court of Owls, characters like that basically, especially when he's talking about like this next film is mainly focusing still on the corruption of Gotham and its system, and the Penguin is obviously going to go into that show as well, into it in that show. So yeah, it's just like more grounded really, I would say. And I do believe like with the first film though, with the Riddler for example, he was on something. Like he was exposing the corruption in Gotham, like he was exposing like everything, like how the police and like the mayor's office are all corrupt, working with like Falcone obviously, and then obviously you had like the whole incident with the Maroni drug bust with the Maroni crime family. There was the whole cover up with Bruce's parents as well, with his mum Martha, who's actually at Arkham State Hospital, and they tried to cover that up basically when we know Thomas went to Falcone to stop this reporter that found these details about Martha and her family basically, which is quite interesting that she was part of like the Arkham family or whatever, which was like quite a twist, I would say. But and this could all like lead into something bigger in the future, because we know that that reporter that Falcone or one of his people took out, it seemed like, I think people I have seen online and like other places as well, that is actually like the father or the grandfather of Thomas Elliot, because I think that reporter, his name was like something Elliot. I can't think of it straight off my head right now, because it's been a while since I saw anything about it, but I do remember like saying like ages ago, because I did see it ages ago, people were saying that that reporter was related to Thomas Elliot, which could be like, that could be a way to set up like a Hush sort of storyline in the future. Like we could always get Hush in the next film or like the third film or something. Like Hush is a really good villain. Like I've always wanted to see Hush. Obviously you've also got the district attorney that the Riddler had killed in the first film as well, because there was like certain lines, like he wouldn't tell Batman like anything about the corruption at all. Like he was honestly, he was scared for his life because he didn't want to die, but at the same time he didn't want to tell Batman because either way he's gonna die if he told him. And he said that they're Batman, that they're watching me or watching my family and all that in the first film. Like, I can't tell you. And like most people probably assume, oh, maybe he's referring to like Falcone or like the Maronis or whatever crime family. But what if he's actually referring to something much bigger? Like, what if he's actually referring to like the Court of Owls or something? Imagine, like, we do the Court of Owls in this the first trilogy, like maybe in the third film. I feel like the Court of Owls would be like the end game sort of level for the final film or something. In my opinion, that's what I would do. But yeah, everyone's been wanting the Court of Owls, villains like Hush to be in the film. And obviously with that district attorney as well, you're going to need to have a new district attorney in Gotham. So that's one way to set up Harvey Dent, Two-Face as well in the future. And we know that we got that little teaser with the Joker at the end. But who knows what they're going to do with Barry Keoghan's Joker. Who knows. But it's all interesting, to be fair. But yeah, the Batman, I can't wait for that. Obviously starting to shoot next year, coming out in 2026. So yeah. But for now, as we go on to our final topic, this is like the big one I wanted to talk about because I wanted to get this video made because I wanted to talk about this really bad. And this is some information we got about potential casting news basically for a certain hero. And that hero is Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. So yeah, we know we're getting a Lanterns TV show on HBO, and we are getting a Green Lantern and Superman film next year, which is going to be Guy Gardner. But the Green Lantern we're talking about today is Hal Jordan. And so we might have some casting news on Hal Jordan, which is interesting. I did think we'll probably would find out like the Lantern like casting at some point this year, but I didn't think it was going to be this soon. I thought it'd be towards the end of the year. But yeah, apparently Josh Brolin, Thanos himself, has been offered Hal Jordan in the new DCU, which is like, it's very interesting. Like he isn't my first choice for Hal Jordan. Like, I've definitely got like other choices out there. But yeah, I can see what they're kind of go. It seems like they're trying to make like Hal Jordan as like a mentor figure to obviously like Jon Stewart, who's going to be in the show as well. And yeah, so they're trying to make him a lot more older than Jon Stewart, it seems. But yeah, I can see what maybe they're trying to go for. Like, it's just not my first choice though. But I'm sure if he does accept it, I probably will enjoy it either way, to be honest. Because like Josh Brolin's a great actor, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously he's great as Thanos, Cable, he's great in Dune. He's been in loads of other films like Men in Black. He's also in The Goonies when he was younger. So yeah, he's been in loads of stuff. But yeah, Josh Brolin is a great actor. And if he does accept it, good for him. Like, it's about time we got Green Lantern back in live action anyway. So I am looking forward to it. But Josh Brolin isn't the only actor that's in the running, basically, for Hal Jordan. So another one is that we got Matthew McConaughey as well, which is like, I don't know if I can picture him as Hal Jordan, to be honest. I don't know. Obviously he's great as well. Don't get me wrong, he's great. Yeah, I liked him in like Wolf of Wall Street, The Gentleman, those other stuff, Interstellar. But yeah, I don't know if I can see him as a Hal Jordan though. Maybe as someone else, but not Hal. You've also got Ewan McGregor as well, Obi-Wan. It's kind of the same with Matthew. Like, it's kind of hard to picture him as Hal, but don't get me wrong, both of them actors are really great, to be honest. The other two people that are apparently in the running though for Hal Jordan from this supposed list that's appeared online is the next one's Chris Pine, which, yes, I can see him as Hal Jordan. Obviously people know that he's already been in DC before. He played Steve Trevor, but besides that, this is a new universe now, so he could play Hal Jordan. He kind of did play Hal a little bit, the way his attitude in that was in the Wonder Woman films. Same when he plays like Captain Kirk and that in like Star Trek and all that. He's kind of like Hal Jordan, to be fair. But yeah, Chris Pine's been like fan cast as Green Lantern for years, to be fair. But yeah, he'd be quite a good choice, in my opinion. The other one though, the last one I saw, this is the one I do kind of want the most, because I think this is probably the best one besides like Chris Pine, I would say. Is Timothy Oliphant, who we saw as Cobb Vanth or something in the Mandalorian and like the Book of Boba Fett. I think he's actually going to be in the new Alien Earth TV show as well, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, he's actually a really great actor. He's in loads of stuff, but he is actually probably my top choice to play Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Like, I'd probably pick him more over the rest of this list, to be honest. But I'm sure if this list is coming out, I'm sure we'll probably get a Hal Jordan casting soon, I reckon. And then obviously not far behind, we'll probably start hearing casting rumours and that for Jon Stewart as well, because obviously the show has obviously been moved to Max and it's actually going to be a HBO original now, which is so good. I can't wait. A lot of the DC stuff is starting to go to HBO, move over there for Max. Same thing happened to the Penguin show, so yeah. But yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen with Green Lantern, like, because whatever happens in the Lantern show, James Gunn has said that it's obviously inspired by True Detective, but what happens in that show is like a massive mystery or that affects the entire DCU. So whatever happens in that show is going to be very important for the rest of the this new cinematic universe. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen with Green Lantern. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on like the Green Lantern sort of casting rumours. I want to know what you think. Who would you want to play Hal Jordan? Let me know. Down below in the comments who you want to play Green Lantern. But yeah. But I'm going to leave you there, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and don't forget to leave a comment down below your thoughts on these topics we've talked about. And also don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you
in the next one.